Good evening, everyone. I am Mr. Scully, and welcome to the Marshwood Class of 2020 Senior Awards Celebration. We are excited to continue this tradition, albeit in a different forum, because pausing for recognition, finding time to celebrate effort and accomplishment, highlighting enthusiasm and character, is a way for a community to join together. That being said, when you do pause for an evening like this, it should begin with thank yous. Thank you to the students who have dedicated their efforts to exceeding expectations and representing Marshwood with such grace and intelligence. Thank you to the families for supporting their student and reinforcing the traits that foster excellence. And thank you to the faculty and staff of Marshwood High School for their tireless efforts in providing a student experience that motivates and inspires. Tonight, we honor students for their accomplishment in all disciplines, including career technical. We highlight students for their success in performing and visual arts, athletics, and for overcoming personal obstacles. Our mission is to create a supportive and challenging educational environment where we encourage academic success and where we affirm the unique potential of each student. Tonight, thank you for joining us in our celebration of an entire community by recognizing the unique potential of these individual students. I am pleased to begin the ceremony by recognizing the honor graduates, students who have achieved a GPA of 92% or better. They are as follows: Peter Adams, Aiden Berman, Angelina Beeson, Connor Cavalry, Jessica Cleary Runing, Michael Cruz, Anna Dimmerling, Halliday Dinsmore Patch, Patrick Essex, Julia Fagan, Samuel Fitzgerald, Sophia Freeman, Danny Fuchs, Casey Gagnon, Nicholas Garapi, Jason Glidden, Kayla Goodwin, Jacob Gordon, Myra Hockenhull, Ellery Horth, Eli Janitos, Haley Lawrence, Neil Letelier, Amy Lucero Obando, Danielle Mills, Jack Parker, Casey Perry, Gabrielle Place, Colin Reddy, Nathaniel Rapucci, Brady Salvale, Griffin Scogland, Keaton Stone, Ashley Tuttle, Lillian Whalen, Owen Williams Hughes, Amanda Yates, and Chloe Young. Now, I am honored to recognize our top 10 graduates. I will announce in descending order, culminating in our salutatorian and valedictorian. Luke Kowalson, Olivia Pride, Erin Moynihan, Thomas Barber, Nicole Belinsky, Ruby Albers, Elena Smith, Sydney Bingham, salutatorian Catherine Taryn, and our valedictorian James Whitesell. Congratulations to all these students. I am especially excited to announce the winner of the 2020 Maine Principals Association Award. This award recognizes students for academic excellence and good citizenship. This student is a cherished peer leader and respected by faculty and staff for her maturity, openness, compassion, and ability to build relationships. Her heart is in music, but her impact on the entire school is pronounced. She is driven yet collaborative, determined yet an advocate for others. She will leave a legacy of thoughtfulness and grace and generosity. I am pleased to announce Elena Smith as our winner of the Maine Principals Association Award.
Good evening. To be recognized as a Career Technical Honor graduate, a senior must have maintained a 92 average throughout the duration of his or her respective career technical program. This year, there are 5 seniors who have met this standard, and each will be receiving a silver cord to mark their graduation. From the Dover Veterinary Science Program, Haley Lawrence. From the Sanford Engineering and Architectural Design Program, Vendela Eskind. From the Sanford Precision Machining Program, Nicholas Juno. And from the Sanford Building Trades Program, William Long and Ryan Schaff. Please join me in congratulating these students.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Berman, and I'm so honored to be here to introduce the book awards tonight. When searching for inspirational quotes for you guys, I came across this one from Dr. Seuss. You can get help from teachers, but you're going to have to learn a lot by yourself, sitting alone in a room. That seemed to kind of sum up the end of this year pretty well, unfortunately. I've been proud to be a school board member here in MSAD 35 for the past 6 years now. As a district, during that time, we've faced various challenges and successes, and change, although difficult at times, is inevitable. Nothing has challenged us all and changed us all the way this pandemic has. No doubt you know how special your graduating class is, and the place you will hold in history is truly unique. It is traditional that a board member who is also a senior parent has the privilege of introducing these awards. We are all sorry we're not here in person celebrating your achievements, but as a community, we've shown the ability to adapt, adjust, and move forward as a team. You are all truly stronger, and these skills will serve you well going forward in these strange times, where all the usual decisions to be making about your future seem uncertain. Will there even be college as we know it next year? Should I defer, take a gap year, trade school? Can I even find a job? It is so hard to have no answers. I am happy to say that in this environment of ever-expanding streaming options, binge-watching, and social media, books have held their own. Books educate, inspire, coach, and distract us from the seemingly never-ending stream of bad news. All good things when you're stuck at home. The Director's Book Awards were developed by the board to honor a student who has strong curiosity for learning in a specific subject. It's not necessarily the student with the highest grade, but one who is truly passionate about the subject. Your teachers have chosen tonight's recipients based upon this criteria, and they'll present you with your awards. Congratulations to all graduates and all award winners tonight. Enjoy the teacher presentations celebrating your accomplishments. Go Hawks!
The next award is the Career Technical Director's Book Award. The Career Technical Director's Book Award is presented to a senior career technical student who demonstrates overall excellence in and commitment to his or her career technical program. This year's recipient has been a student in the Building Trades program for the last 2 years at the Sanford Regional Technical Center. From the moment I met this student as a junior, I was struck by his determination, dedication, and above all, his unassuming, caring nature. This student embodies all that is great about our career technical students, as he has thoroughly immersed himself in his career technical program, while at the same time he has stayed engaged and connected to the Marshwood High School community. His SRTC instructor, Mr. Troy Hathaway, comments, "William is a driven young man who will do well for himself when he finishes high school. He is always one of the hardest working students in my class, and he is well liked and respected by his peers. Things don't always come easy for him, but he always perseveres and produces the best quality work possible. With his great work ethic and attitude, William will succeed in whatever he chooses to pursue after high school, which, as he has shared with me, might include opening up his own greenhouse someday." This student is receiving the book, The Food and Heat Producing Solar Greenhouse, Design, Construction, and Operation by Rick Fisher and Bill Yonda. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Career Technical Directors Book Award, William Long.
Hello graduates, it's my great pleasure to present the 2020 Directors Book Award in English. I want to highlight a key word in the title of the award that will help frame in our winner's strengths: director. I'm not sure how Marshwood ever settled on that word years ago, but this year's recipient, I'm hopeful, will someday be an actual film director. Now, some of you are wondering, isn't this an English award? Of course it isn't. This year's recipient sampled virtually every English course we offer, including both AP courses in the same year. He even tried to take film studies twice. What this tells the department is that our recipient is endlessly curious about big ideas and great writers. He's eager to know more about what texts shape our culture, and above all, he has mined the world of literature. So when the time comes to begin making films, he will not be short on inspiration. All the best filmmakers have source material to which they refer regularly. And for our recipient, his foundation is both wide and sturdy. Our recipient is a thorough writer, careful and deliberate thinker, and above all, intellectually curious. Never mind how kind and fun and funny he is. The books we selected this year are reflective of our recipient's passions and strengths. The first, Reading the Silver Screen, is a text that helps authentic students of film think about understanding movies. Although our winner this year, I suspect, thinks about films all the time, the text is a fresh reminder of the organic and potent aspect of catching a film on a Saturday evening. The second is called The Big Screen, The Story of Movies. It is a sweeping and detailed book about how the film industry can be seen from an extreme distance. I wouldn't expect our winner this year to see it as a page-turner, but it is an indispensable reminder of how small contributions along the way add up to a remarkable artistic medium, film. In truth, like many of you, I can't say what our winner's future holds, but I do know that the first ingredient to anybody's success is unquenchable passion and intellectual desire, and our winner has both. It is my great pleasure to award the 2020 Director's Book in English to Owen Williams Hughes. Congratulations, Owen. Everybody in the department was so thrilled with your exploration of what we offered, as well as your fortitude and endless curiosity. Good luck next year, and I hope to see us at your movies soon. Congratulations, Owen.
Hello everyone, it's Diane Sedler broadcasting from her backyard here. I'd like to present the 2020 Family and Consumer Science Award to Ashley Tuttle for her excellent work and passion in the child development field. Ashley is currently an A+ student in both my On Your Own and Exploring Childhood classes. In the past, I've given this award to students who choose to take a more traditional approach to attending college on their way to becoming a teacher, pediatric nurse, or other related child care fields. Early on, when I was considering Ashley as a candidate for this award, I asked her what college she was planning on attending in the fall. She quickly informed me that she was not going to college. I was surprised, as I knew Ashley wanted to go to work with children. However, through this conversation, I learned Ashley, who was known to be very mature and independent beyond her years, had a different set of goals and a well-thought-out plan to achieve them. Although Ashley has a passion for working with children, her ultimate goal is not teaching. She sees herself on the business side of the childcare field, as a manager and down the road an owner of her own facility. Her ambition has led her to achieve goals through a non-traditional approach, which she has already set in motion. She just completed an independent study where she enrolled in a program to earn a child development certificate, which is a requirement of her next goal of obtaining a child development associate's credential. She's currently working at Foothill Farm Daycare in South Berwick, where she is getting excellent hands-on experience in the areas of operating a business and child development. Here is what Mary Hussey, owner of Foothill Farm Daycare, has to say. Ashley has been so great. She has settled in really well and is very eager to learn more. She has taken recommended training, participated in remote learning with Google Classroom, and has seen firsthand the impact she can have with young children. She is super curious about developmental milestones and always goes above and beyond what she is asked to do. The plan for Ashley is to go full-time once the center reopens. Ashley has all the qualities necessary for success. She is bright, mature, independent, industrious, organized, and driven. She sets goals for herself and she achieves them. I'm confident these innate personal qualities and the passion she possesses for the health and well-being of children will enable her to achieve her future goal of owning and operating a childcare business. Ashley is set on what she wants to do. She has a well-thought-out plan, and I'm confident she will succeed. Congratulations, Ashley Tuttle.
Anna Dimmerling is the winner of the Director's Book Award from the Art Department this year. The basic criteria the Art Department considers when selecting the recipient for this award is: does the person have a passion for art? Does the person produce excellent artwork with a strong commitment to academic guidelines and deadlines? Will this person be so committed as to continue with art to some degree after high school? Anna is an art student that fits all those standards perfectly. I have had the pleasure of having Anna as a student through 4 different classes. Anna has always impressed me with her all-around high standards as a passionate learner, willingness to put in long hours to see her vision and high standards realized, and ability to generate solid and complete artistic ideas and to bring them to life with high craftsmanship. Anna takes proud ownership of her work and consistently maintains those high standards despite whatever adverse circumstances life may throw in the way. I think back to quarter 3 when I had Anna as an independent study pottery student. Anna would throw on the wheel in the room adjacent to my classroom. During that time, I was often busy with another class and couldn't offer Anna the same amount of help she may have been used to receiving from me in the past. This became a very minor obstacle as Anna worked diligently each day, making steady progress and communicating with me outside of normal class time whenever necessary. That maturity as a student and artist is the type of trait that will allow someone to become successful at the next level. Anna clearly possesses that ability. The summer before her senior year, she met me in my classroom to pick up a ceramic piece she had at an art show. Almost all of my students that had work to be picked up chose to leave their work behind and not take time out of their summer to pick up the work. But Anna takes proud ownership, and I never doubted she'd be there to get her artwork. Mrs. Poliquin has the following to share about Anna. Anna brought her gentle personality and natural sense of design to my graphics and printmaking class last year and photography class earlier this year. Anna is someone who thoroughly enjoys being behind the camera, and her love of nature shows through her photos. She also took some amazing portraits of her friends, which captured their personalities and clearly showed her appreciation of the people she photographed. Surely she will take her understanding and love of design and aesthetics with her into the fashion industry as she pursues a major in fashion merchandising. This school year has been unlike any other that came before it. As a teacher, I can truly say I have had moments of sadness and frustration when I evaluate student work. Missing the day-to-day interaction and ability to provide guidance has caused the quality of work to slip with many students. But Anna's artwork has been something I always look forward to seeing. Due to her high standards and commitment to excellence, she has not allowed distance learning to slow her down at all. This past quarter, Anna has produced many wonderful drawings that I am more than proud to say she really did on her own. It was her willingness to put in time, desire to not let herself down, and her resolve to not allow outside factors to play a role in her doing anything less than her best. I am more than confident those skills will see her become very successful as she pursues her dreams over the following years. The art department is proud to name Anna Dimmerling as the 2020 winner of the Director's Book Award.
This year's recipient of the Director's Book Award in Instrumental Music is a very outstanding student in all aspects of their life. Some may think that music can solely be focused on things like technique, practicing, theory, ability, and showing up. While all those things are important when it comes to being a successful musician, it also includes attitude, hard work, resilience, openness, understanding, compassion, leadership, and the relationships that you build along the way. A program is not successful because of the efforts of a single coach, teacher, or advisor. It takes student buy-in and support. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that the Marshwood Instrumental Program wouldn't be as strong as it is without the support of the students and parents involved. It takes many hands. There are times where I need help from student leaders to get things done and to help support and teach their peers. This student has gone above and beyond. If they notice equipment out of place, they take care of it. If I haven't thought of something, they don't hesitate to ask thought-provoking questions to help bring clarity to instructions. There are those moments as teachers we think we've probably done a great job of putting together a lesson and instructions, and isn't the result going to be great? This student isn't afraid to speak up when they realize we may have bitten off more than the students can chew. This has especially been true during the period of online learning. The best part of it is she doesn't whine or call me out in front of the class. She thoughtfully sends me an email to point out my error and offer a more reasonable suggestion. Of course, the fantastic lesson, in my mind, was not a problem for her because she has become an outstanding musician. The problem was for the younger students who would have struggled very much with what we were asking. Elena Smith is not afraid to speak up and look out for others. She is hardworking and accomplished, but she is also kind, compassionate, and looks out for others. Elena has her sights set on being an ambassador at some point and has interest in studying in Columbia someday as part of her education. She will be receiving a copy of Music, Race, and Nation, Musica Tropical in Columbia. Author Peter Wade looks at Colombian music and its influence on life and society in Colombia. Congratulations, Elena.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. This year's Director's Book Award in Mathematics goes to a student that's excelled in math in and out of the classroom over the last 4 years. He's been one of the top students in all of his math courses, including Honors Algebra 2, Honors Pre-Calc, AP Statistics, and this year, AP Calculus. His analytical mind and his dedication to hard work set him apart from the others. In class, he asks insightful questions that get to the heart of new concepts, and he enjoys the challenge of difficult problems. Outside the classroom, he's been a member of the math team for the past 4 years and been a major reason for the team's success. The Hawks have earned awards each year in both Southern Maine and at state level. This year, he was the top scoring senior on the team. The math department would like to wish all the best and know that he will continue his success next year at Haverford College in Pennsylvania. This year's book, God Created the Integers by Stephen Hawking, goes to James Weitzel. Congratulations.
Good evening, class of 2020. It's my pleasure to be with you tonight on behalf of the Marshwood High School Social Studies Department to present this year's Director's Book Award. On the door to my classroom is the following quote from Greek philosopher Aristotle, who writes, "Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Many of you have walked in and out of my room on a regular basis over the years, but I'm not sure how many of you have stopped to notice and reflect on what these words mean. To me, what Aristotle is trying to impress upon us is the realization that achieving great things in life, achieving excellence in whatever field we pursue, doesn't just happen by chance. It's the result of hard work and persistence on a regular basis. The recipient of this year's Social Studies Award is a phenomenal student who has demonstrated outstanding scholarship throughout her high school career. Elena Smith is upbeat and friendly, excited to learn and participate in class on a daily basis. She earns outstanding grades, but Elena also seems genuinely interested in expanding her knowledge of both history and current affairs, an academic curiosity that extends well beyond the classroom. Recently, she shared the results of some independent research she had done on a past president, just because she was interested in expanding her knowledge and learning more about this president's life. To me, this speaks to the inquisitive, thoughtful, and reflective nature of Elena as both a student and a person. Her scholarship, integrity, community-mindedness, and authentic pursuit of the common good distinguish her from her peers. This year we have selected the book Woodrow Wilson, a biography by John Milton Cooper Jr., a title we hope she will enjoy. The recipient of the 2020 Director's Book Award for Social Studies is Elena Smith. Congratulations, and thank you.
These are interesting times for scientists. Myself, being of the Sputnik and space race generation and a scientist by previous career, I would not have believed the environment of science mistrust we now live in. In an era of slanting and misinformation, it is actually more important than ever to trust science and facts to help guide us. When you hear statements like, "I don't believe in," or "I don't think so," remember it is about the data, not about the belief. Scientists are not interested in what one thinks, but what one can show and prove. Data can be dispassionate, demonstrable, unexpected, and sometimes inconvenient. But it is almost always objective. The field of science is a peer-monitored and refereed by the finest minds in any field. A researcher given to poor methods, sweeping statements, or just plain wrong-headed conclusions will be called out swiftly and drummed out if not able to get back on track. These are the qualities of the scientific method and the world of science we hope all our graduates will rise into. The Senior Science Book Award goes to a student who has exemplified sustained excellence in multiple science disciplines over the 4 years. These students also tend to pursue college careers in the science and math fields, among the most challenging of curricula and very needed in our world today. Engineers and scientists get to discover new things every day and work in an exciting and personally satisfying field. This year's awardee is Katie Turan. In her junior and senior years, Katie had a combined average of over 94 in the Big Five of AP technology classes: AP Calculus, AP Statistics, AP Biology, AP Chemistry, and AP Physics. These classes alone would comprise a good full year at any university. Well done on this. And of course, just for fun, she packed in 3 other AP courses for a total of 7 college-level classes. For this and other good work, she is the salutatorian of the class of 2020. Sometimes we overlook that this kind of accomplishment is not like a yearly MVP, but a sustained 4-year effort. Katie was in my AP Physics class this past year, and my first interaction with her was a glimpse into her personality. At the end of her junior year, and after I knew that Katie was going to be in my class the next year, I saw her sitting in the hall near my room. I said hi, and mentioned that I've heard that she was quite a bright student. In her typical understated modesty, she said something like, "Well, I don't know about that." In getting to see Katie in class, she was a very pleasant young lady, upbeat and fun to be around, like in the labs. She was always engaged in learning with a natural curiosity. In chemistry, Katie was willing to experiment within the confines of the big picture to see how things would change and troubleshoot when things didn't go as planned. Obstacles and setbacks that she had to confront just resulted in her working harder, but always maintaining a positive attitude. Katie was intense about her work and diligent in the pursuit of solutions. Physics problems can be long-winded concertos in mathematics, and coolness and stick-to-itness are essential. Her ease with the physical concepts and converting them into mathematical expressions was plain to see. Katie's senior class is replete with classmates who have taken much of the AP Science curriculum, and Katie has stood out. Her teachers have known her as someone who has always sought out more information, more challenges, and more opportunity. I also saw Katie as one of my few canaries, meaning that if a problem was troublesome for her, it was most likely worth going over again for everyone. Katie has been involved in student government and was a student rep to the school board. She's involved in Interact Club in peer tutoring. She was a 3-sport athlete in soccer, indoor track, and outdoor track. That makes for a lot of stuff. Katie is going to North Carolina State this fall to pursue a major in biomedical engineering. This is a modern career, one that didn't exist a few years ago. It blends the disciplines that Katie has pursued while at Marshwood, life science and physical science. It can be a path to an engineering career, postgraduate degrees, or even an MD. Whatever her future holds, I hope that when it's done, Katie will bring her talents and herself back to Maine, where we will all be missing her. So for all her family and friends, in body and spirit, this year's Science Book Award goes to Katie Turan. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Abrahams, and I teach technology here at the high school. Tonight I want to recognize a senior student who has followed in the footsteps of his brother. Every time a Goodwin takes woodworking, and it's usually for the 3rd time, I can rest assured that they are going to make my job just a little bit easier. Carson Goodwin has taken woodworking in his sophomore year and again in his senior year, taking both the Intro to Woodworking and Advanced Virtual Woodworking class. When I was first asked by the students when this all came about what that would look like, I said I had no idea, but we quickly figured it out. Carson was always the one student in period 4 I could count on to answer questions in class correctly, or do well in an assessment. I knew he was always paying attention. In the virtual lessons, I knew his answers were always right because he would actually listen to the video. That way, if I forgot what was on the video, I wouldn't have to go back and watch it again. I know the volume wasn't always perfect, but he never complained about it. He never settled for shoddy work in real woodworking class and would redo things when they weren't to his liking. Carson, I know you have a bright future ahead of you, and I wish the best of luck in your future. Congratulations. I hope you can continue to pursue real woodworking for the rest of your life and enjoy this book, Woodworking, a complete step-by-step guide to skills, techniques, and projects by Tom Carpenter. I guess with a last name like that, you're bound to be into woodworking.
Bonjour, my name is Nancy Mann, and I am the French teacher at Marshwood High School, and it is my honor to present the 12th grade World Language Award to a Level 4 French student. I have known this particular student since he was in my advisory in grade 6 at the middle school. His attitude as an 11-year-old to all activities was to smile. I was most impressed at how he didn't fall into the trap of trying to do what others did, but just be himself. He loved to tackle anything new. That doesn't mean he didn't get frustrated by an assignment or that he found tests any less difficult than his peers, but that he would smile and return again for that extra explanation and apply himself to do better the next time. He exhibited a can-do attitude. It was with some pleasure that last fall I realized that I would again be teaching this same student. I wondered how much he had changed. Did he still have that same infectious smile? Was he still a dedicated student? did he still have that can-do attitude? Obviously, he'd gotten taller, but to my joy, his attitude remained the same. Right from the beginning of the year, his same can-do attitude shone through, and his smile was still there. What did surprise me was how much his French language proficiency had grown. Projects, homework, class assignments, quizzes, and/or tests only showed that all of his dedication and effort had paid off. His linguistic accuracy was excellent. This student regularly went above and beyond my recommendations. One example was when I assigned the class to rewrite a favorite story from their childhood, and this student took the time to choose a very long book. He told the class that it was his favorite. It didn't matter how long it was. He translated it and then spent time illustrating it beautifully. The effort and attention to detail was wonderful. Another time I asked for a French cartoon strip with a minimum of 4 frames, and he came back with a cartoon strip that went on for 4 pages. His response was that it just didn't seem to be finished until he'd done the 4 pages. Wasn't the requirement that I'd given him, but his own standards that required the 4 pages. I have chosen the French novel The Count of Monte Cristo for this award. It tells the story of a young man, Dantes, who works hard but is falsely accused of a crime he did not commit. However, while in prison, Dantes meets an Italian priest and intellectual who teaches Dantes history, science, philosophy, and languages, turning him into a well-educated man. I see education as the key to being successful in life. You don't do something just because you have to, but because it needs to be done to a high level. You do it because you can and you must. I also wanted this student to have something challenging to read in French. For all of his hard work, his dedication, and his positive attitude, I am pleased to give the 12th grade World Language Award to Colin Reddy.
I am presenting the award for Outstanding Achievement in Vocal Music to a student that has a passion for music and performing arts. 2010, The Ragged Child. That is when we first met. He was in 3rd grade, a boy who loved to be on stage more than anything. 10 years later, I would still describe him as a boy who loves to be on stage more than anything. Jason Glidden has been performing on our Marshwood stage since 3rd grade, although I'm pretty sure that he was singing and dancing before that. He has performed in many musicals and choirs, both in school and in the surrounding community. He is a leader in our vocal ensemble. He has worked to teach and mentor younger students. He has won multiple awards, honors, and recognition. Jason's willingness to work hard is what sets him apart. He is passionate about performing and willing to take risks. He is committed, open to new things, and eager to grow. He always tries his best, as well as encouraging others to do so. He continually improves because he continuously works hard. Jason, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I am so proud of all you have accomplished. I have truly seen you grow up on the Marshwood stage. I have seen your kindness, your generosity, your dedication, your desire to do your best, your strong work ethic. I am so proud of the confident, strong man that you are. Jason has truly found his voice. A voice that brings a responsible presence, an observant thoughtfulness, an enthusiastic helping hand, and an ever-positive attitude. He is always willing to go above and beyond and strives to make whatever he is part of the best that it can be. I am truly privileged to have helped this student develop a voice that soars, and so very proud to present the Vocal Director's Book Award to Jason Glidden.
In high school theater, student techies can be hard to come by. Skilled ones are rarer still. Peter Adams is a technical artist. With his technical theater know-how, Peter has contributed continuously and enormously to Marshwood Theater. It's going to be very difficult to replace his talent, his expertise, and his dedication to our theater. One of the wonderful and helpful things about Peter is that he's a likable guy. Actors and techies love to work with him. He's genuinely kind and generous with his time. Even when he's busy solving a problem or making a repair, he will take the time to devote his attention to those who need it. Over the years, as he's expanded his wheelhouse again and again, Peter has made certain to share his newfound understanding with his fellow techies. He loves to share his passion and knowledge with others. The last couple of years, Peter has begun to work on some of the more significant design elements of the shows, creating and collaborating to help better tell the stories. His work with the audio, video, and lighting elements has been technically sophisticated and creatively powerful. His design elements have moved audiences to the edges of their seats and then to their feet. There's very little Peter can't do. He's an engineer, an electrician, a designer, a programmer, and an artist. He's also a wonderful troubleshooter. It's always a comfort to know Peter is there behind the scenes. I have no doubt Peter will go on to do even greater things and make even larger contributions because that's just how he's built. His intuitive mind is always growing and expanding. Peter is a curious and engaging young man who is extremely bright and who really knows what it's like to be a part of a collaborative community. So thank you, Peter, for all that you have contributed to Marshwood Theater over the years. We wish you the very best and look forward to talking shop and hearing about all the wonderful shows you're working on. Take care and farewell.
A hungry orphan, a Wonderland hedgehog, multiple ladybugs, a pajama factory worker, a brainy mermaid, Scottish Highlander, an inspiring news reporter, a privileged islander, a magical nanny. These are only a few of the roles that Lillian Whalen has played. Lily began acting on the Marshwood stage in 4th grade, and this year's spring musical was her 13th there. She has been involved in numerous other performing arts endeavors, including vocal ensemble, select choir, District 1 Honors Music Festival, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and shows at Seacoast Rep and Prescott Park, to name a few. Working with Lily since she was in 4th grade, I have seen her grow up on our stage and grow her passion for performing. I have seen her grow as a performer, student, and person. With multiple leading roles, in addition to ensemble experience, Lily has shown her flexibility and talent. She is willing to take risks and try new things. Her confidence and desire to do her best has continued to grow. Lily loves to perform. She is willing to work hard and always strives for excellence in her performance. Lily also enjoys being part of a team. She likes working with younger students and readily jumps in to help anyone. For example, she loves music theory and will happily help you if you need to number rhythms or analyze a chord structure. It has been wonderful to see Lily grow and learn, becoming a confident, talented, and creative performer. She genuinely loves the arts and brings that enthusiasm to the stage. Deciding to follow her heart, Lily plans to pursue musical theater and education. She has found her passion in performing arts. On behalf of my fellow performing arts teachers, I am so very proud to present the award for outstanding achievement in the performing arts to Lily and Waylon. Congratulations, Lily.
Hi everyone, Rich Buzzle here, Marshwood High School, even though I'm from home. In these strange times, depending on when you're watching, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody. I'm here to present 4 awards to student athletes that have made significant impacts not only in the Marshwood Athletic Department, but in the communities of Elliott, South Berwick, and Rollinsford as well. Before I present the Keniston Awards and the Senior Athlete Awards, it's with great Marshwood athletic tradition that we take time during the Senior Final Awards Assembly to recognize our team and individual champions of the past academic school year. First, I would like to recognize this year's conference champions, followed by regional and state champions. This year, we had the following team win a conference, regional, and state championship. Our varsity football program. Congratulations, team. Winning regional and state championships this year was our girls basketball program. Congratulations, ladies. For individual champions this year, we had the following. In wrestling, regional champions were Carson Goodwin, Colby Isabel, and Zach Mercier. And winning state individual titles, Carson Goodwin and Colby Isabel. The first of the 2 sets of the individual awards that I will present today are the Keniston Awards. The Keniston Award goes to 1 senior boy and 1 senior girl who best illustrates good sportsmanship and academic achievement. The 4 awards are voted upon by the faculty and staff and coaches here at Marshwood. Our first recipient participated on the football, unified basketball, and baseball teams here at Marshwood. He holds 9 varsity letters in his high school career. He has been a captain of his squads during his tenure on his athletic teams. He also holds a 94.8 cumulative grade point average in his career at Marshwood. His coaches have said he has always been a player that has given his coaches and teammates 100% of his effort. He always wanted his teammates to do just as well as he did and was always the first one to tell a player to keep their head up. He had a win-first attitude, and that is something that is very scarce in today's sports, but he did not forget the compassionate side. Off the field, he is a kid that goes out of his way to pop his head into a classroom and say hello to a teacher or a staff member. He always has a smile on his face and tries to make everyone carry that positive vibe that he carries. He'll be going on to UMaine to continue his education, his baseball career, and I can remember him running around the fields when he was a 2 or 3-year-old kid when his parents first came to Marshwood back in 2004. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2020 Keniston Award to senior Connor Caverly. On the female side of the Keniston Award, this recipient participated on the soccer, indoor track, as well as the outdoor track and softball teams here at Marshwood. She holds 9 varsity letters in her career. She has been a leader amongst her peers in many, many ways. She has won the Coaches Award as well as Most Improved Awards in her career, and more importantly holds a 100.4 cumulative grade point average, and is also this year's Class of 2020 salutatorian. Her coaches have said she has emerged as a leader on all of her teams. She has helped foster a culture of hard work, determination, and sportsmanship, and is a big reason that her group of Marshwood athletes have enjoyed success over the past few seasons. She was named as a captain on both the indoor and outdoor track teams during her senior year and is also a recipient of the Coaches Award for the girls' teams this past winter. She's a very coachable athlete and is a team-first athlete, and her leadership will be severely missed. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2020 Keniston Award to senior Katie Turan. Congratulations, Katie. Our next 2 awards are for the best overall senior athletes in the class, as voted upon by the faculty and staff. The first recipient of the Senior Athlete Award today has participated on the football, basketball, and lacrosse teams here at Marshwood High School. He is an 11-time varsity letter award winner. He was a Coach's Award, Most Improved, as well as several MVP awards. He has maintained a 91.2 cumulative GPA as well. He has been described by his coaches as not only an outstanding athlete with great work ethic, but the thing that sets him apart is the way he interacted with his teammates, especially the younger guys. He taught the younger guys how to practice and to play. He showed a sincere interest in them on and off the field and oftentimes went out of his way to work with them. He also became the third Marshwood football player to ever win the Fitzpatrick Award trophy, which is awarded to the best football player in the state. He will be attending Norwich University next year for his education as well as playing football. I can remember him as a freshman very, very distinctly after being named a starter on the varsity team heading into the playoffs. The smile on his face when he was telling his parents that he was just named a starter was something I'll always remember. He has matured beyond his years over his 4 years here. This year's Senior Male Athlete Award winner is Justin Bryant. Congratulations, Justin. The female recipient of the Female Senior Athlete Award is a consummate leader on and off the playing surfaces. She holds 9 varsity letters in her soccer, basketball, and outdoor track career here at Marshwood. She has been a captain of her teams as well as a Coach's Award winner and several MVP awards to her resume. She has done this all while maintaining a 96.3 GPA. She has been regarded by her coaches as a high IQ player, a coach on the floor, fierce competitor, and someone that made everyone around her better. She was at her best when it mattered the most, like the state basketball tournament run, helping put the state championship basketball game away against Hamden Academy in the second half. One of her coaches shared a funny story from her freshman year. Casey was our second leading scorer as a freshman and contributed in many ways. We unfortunately lost in overtime, and it was as emotional as it was. She had a way to put a light on what had just happened. After a very silent bus ride home, the girls got off the bus, and Casey passed me and said, "On a happy note, Coach, you have Lena and I for another 3 years." Casey will be continuing her education at Brandeis University and playing basketball. This year's Female Senior Athlete Award winner is Casey Perry. Congratulations, Casey. Again, congratulations to all of today's or tonight's recipients in the entire class of 2020. Thank you all again for making Marshwood a better place every day, and good luck to all of you in your future endeavors. And please come home when you get a chance. Take care.
The Marshwood High School Permanent Art Collection started in 2003 and is open to any senior that wishes to submit artwork they have made. All submissions are voted on by Marshwood High School staff, and the winning artwork goes on permanent display here in the school. Each piece is accompanied with an engraved name tag indicating the student and the year the artwork was voted into the permanent collection. In my opinion, the winner this year is very deserving. Her artwork is always very well done, and as her teacher for a few different classes, it was a pleasure to have her as a student. I am incredibly proud to recognize Julia Fagan as the winner of this year's entry into the Marshwood High School Permanent Art Collection. Congratulations.
Our last award of the evening is our Watch Award. The Watch Award is given to the student who has overcome obstacles that are not faced by most students. It is an award about perseverance, determination, and grace. This award represents someone who has given every opportunity to surrender, to doubt, to stop pushing forward. However, in those moments, instead, found strength. Every year, the faculty votes for a student who exemplifies growth, change, and commitment over the course of their 4-year career. In the fall of 2016, this student started a journey at MHS, presenting as shy, uncertain, lacking confidence. Sophomore year saw much of the same, perhaps a little less introverted, and those who had begun to build trust and rapport could really see a difference. The hood of the sweatshirt started to come down a little bit more frequently. As junior year arrived, This student was encouraged to enroll in some more difficult classes and took that challenge, despite the uncertainty of what the demands and the success rate would be. As junior year progressed, confidence grew, evident by the smirks and smiles and easiness with which he started to interact. It was clear comfort, confidence, and trust was evolving. As senior year began, this young man had a challenge ahead of him. Needing every course credit and a full load to graduate, he began the final portion of his journey. Maybe when he wanted to throw in the towel in video production and editing the first semester, he was open to discussions about how he could persevere. When he received his second semester schedule, instead of ignoring the gnawing feeling that told him sociology, mythology, and psychology were too many ologies, he sought support, advocated for himself, and found success. Shane Keaton may be a quiet young man, but he has persevered and matured and grown. He is thinking beyond next steps in the career in the trades. He is planning for beyond Marshwood High School with the confidence he gained as a member of the class of 2020. The faculty is proud to present the MHS Watch Award to Shane Keaton. That brings our evening to a close. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, parents, for your partnership. Thank you, staff, for your stewardship. Thank you, students, for your scholarship. These 4 years have been marked with success and accomplishments, and this evening highlighting some of our brightest examples of what makes Marshwood special. Tonight, a community joins in celebration of these individual accomplishments. Marshwood, one heart. Good night.